has ever truly acknowledged these are the colors and stuff. And that's what that document over there says. I'm not sure if I could get up to point to it or.
Well, let's just continue the sit-down interview, and then I wanna see everything,
Yeah.
you have to show us
Okay.
after. As concise as possible. Why is it so important that this type of recognition deserves a full 365 days? April's not enough.
Why not?
No, I'm saying.
No, I'm saying the
Right.
reasons why not. You have other, for example, I'll use Pride for example. Pride's year round. Sure, there's a month, but you see people talking about it year round. No one talks about this year round. Other social movements, successful ones, I might add. I want to add the successful ones. The successful social movements are year round. People talk about them year round. Why, when you go to certain stores, do they have the pride flag on the door that says we are inclusive and not this? Why is that okay that we do one movement and not another?
What do people misunderstand about others with autism?
Generalization. You don't think of an autistic person like me. I know a bunch of autistic people like me. I don't drink. I know a bunch of autistic people who get drunk at bars, have fun. Autistic people smoke, some don't smoke. They're just like everyone else. The only difference is a different process of thinking. That's it. And it's not just autism, it's all neurodiversity. ADHD. So many people have ADHD. That's neurodivergent. ADHD is neurodivergent. A bunch of things. Epilepsy is neurodivergent. There are all these stigmas about epilepsy. I don't have it, but people think, oh, they just flop over and have. No, there's a bunch of different types of epilepsy. ADHD, when I was growing up, there would be jokes about them comparing them to squirrels. That's not okay. You have all these things going on, which I'm sure some people think is a harmless joke, but all jokes have a grain of truth they are based on. And that grain of truth is a belief in stigmas.
And so what was the moment that made you realize I have to do something like create a flag?
I just got tired of the stigmas. It was a collection of just being tired of being judged, not by my character, but by a generalization.
And how does it make you feel when someone like Congressman Swazi or someone else, even someone on the street, the Jones Beach when the flag flew, says, wow, Josh, good for you?
Well, I don't think it's good for me. I think it's good for the groups of people, the population. I'm like, this is a good start. This is a good start.
What do you vow to continue doing? What will you continue doing?
I want to change the world. I always told this people, and I hope you have this part. I want to fundamentally change the world. I want to make the world so that when I have kids, if they're neurodivergent, that they don't go through the same hell I went through. Because so many people go through absolute hell growing up. They do. I remember going through school. I was tormented by kids. I got punched in the head. I got manipulated. The teachers laughed when I got punched in the head too. That was a doozy. Times 3. I'll never forget that. I got choked by counselors. People who were charged with my protection bullied me. No child should have to go through that.
And so what's the one message to anyone watching when this airs?
I'm going to make the world better. But I need support. What I need, and I say this all the time, is I need people to stop being keyboard warriors and actually get out there. That's the first thing. Keyboard warriors, in my opinion, are cowards. You got to get out there. And I'll probably get flack for that too, but that's okay. And I need the media, the press, to really focus on this. Cover this several times a year, not just April. That's another thing which is so important. We need to actually care. We need to emulate what other movements have done, like the Pride flag. That's done great success for those people because they don't relent. They don't stop. Why are there no neurodiverse parades? There's not one neurodivergent parade in April. Why is that? In June, there's how many parades? I don't even know. There's one in every single town. Everyone talks about the parade in New York City. There's none here. There are so many neurodivergent people in America, not just autism. I'm talking about neurodivergent people. Why is there no parade for this big population?
One of your missions is saying you're saying raise awareness year round.
Yes.
It's
Why
almost,
not?
Right. So it's almost June, and we're doing this story now. Is this part of your mission to make
This
sure?
is a good start. I want to say this is a good start. You are the first people to cover this, by the way, outside of April, which I applaud you for. I do. We need other people to also. Why, for example, is there not an emoji of this flag? You have emojis for other causes. Now, I'm not complaining that pride gets everything. What I'm complaining about is that we don't get out and do action. Why do we not have emojis and stuff? It's because people don't get out there. We're keyboard warriors. I've said this over and over again. The biggest enemy of progress is absolute laziness.
Becky, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Becky said when you spoke with her, you told her that someone once told you to focus on neurodiversity when it's your month.
Yeah, that was
happened?
recently. Yeah, so
What?
online, someone, I'm not gonna mention their names because I'm a gentleman, but someone online, I was complaining again, I was telling someone, why don't we have the parades? Everyone only cares about Neurodiversity April. Why are the pride parades and never a neurodiverse parade? Oh, well, Josh, we should only focus on 1 month. That's our month. The next month is another cause. And I got really mad. I said, oh, really? And the guy said, well, I'm neurodivergent. I was like, great. So you're a neurodivergent keyboard warrior who's complaining about only doing 1 month, and then you complain about problems, that nothing's done. You're complaining about all these things. How is anything gonna ever be done if we only focus on 1 month? Nothing in America gets done like that. Nothing comes from nothing. I say that so many times. I tell people, nothing will ever come from nothing. And I also say that only the neurodivergent population can lift it. We and we alone can lift us and make progress. No one else is coming to save us.
How capable are you? I know. I'm listening to you speak. I'm seeing what you're doing, and I'm seeing the movement you're leading. I know how capable you are. But I mean, just speak to it. You're just like anyone else.
I think I'm just like everyone else. The thing is, the only difference with me is I have to have a mission. I don't want to have to do, like for example, I don't want to have to work every single day on top of my jobs. I don't want to have to, for example, I used to be a printer. Every single lunch break, I'd be working on this. I'd be on the phone with the state. I negotiated over $9,000 deal with the state to have them produce, not this one, I had this one produced.
How
but
many
have them
are there?
God knows how many flags are produced.
So
how
you
many
got
are
a bunch of them?
Yeah, I sell a bunch of stuff on the website.
How
But
many
I
have the state? How many does the state have?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's a bunch.
10, 20, 30, dozens, hundreds?
Honestly, I can't give you a number. It's a lot.
Okay,
Again,
and-
there's so many locations where this thing's going.
Okay, and are there any plans to fly it anywhere else in the near future?
That's why I need your help.
Okay. So
That's
where,
why-
do you want it somewhere for the 250 anniversary?
Why not? This is so American. I really think, and in the odd chance the president watches this, because I know he watches the program, what I would like to tell the president is that so many people, so many of your citizens are neurodivergent. These people are patriotic, American-loving citizens. They salute the flag. They put their hands on their hearts for the flag. And I know a lot of them, and a whole bunch of them voted for the president of the United States. It's true. Most people think, and they categorize us, that they only vote one way. Again, if this is being viewed by the president, I don't know if it is, but I know he watches Fox News as people do. So I'll say, if the president's watching this, people vote different ways. We don't just vote one way. We don't. So embracing neurodiversity is embracing a large voter base, also a lot of people who believe in all spectrums of the political. This guy's Democrat, but I know a bunch of Republican people who also highly support this. As a matter of fact, one of the president's good friends lit up the Nassau County Executive Building, red, white, gold. That's not going according to what's it called, an agenda.
You're good? Good, perfect. You speak so well,
Thank
really. You speak very well, and you're